Okay, so today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to replace the screen in a Macbook Unibody A1342. The tools necessary are two small screwdrivers, flat and Phillips, a putty knife. I use a really old one that the edges are round. I do that because there's less likelihood of actually damaging something rather than a really sharp one. Traditionally with these models you would also use a heat gun to heat around the bezel. This one, the screen is smashed so aggressively that the bezel is actually popped loose with the piece of the screen attached. Normally you would heat this until it warms up, and you'll be able to feel using your putty knife to work in at the corner, and you'll lift and work your way around the edge. Now when you're doing this, it's important to be gentle because there are also pins in there, little locating pins, so don't be too aggressive or you could break things. I like to just take my time and work my way all the way around. I try and use my fingers as much as I can because they're not sharp. Now, as you can see, it's not that difficult, but just be careful. This one came off pretty much no fuss, no muss. Now there's your bezel, and you can see the double-sided tape that they put on there. It's like a spray glue of some sort. I'll put it over here. Now you can see this screen is totaled. It's in multiple pieces. So that needs to be removed. So to remove the screen on these models, there are 4 larger Phillips and 2 extremely small Phillips screws. One of these, which is this one, you do not need to remove. That just holds down the wires for the Wi-Fi antenna. So work your way around. Again, be gentle with the screws because they are teeny tiny. Don't drop them or lose them because it would be a pain to reorder them. I like to remove the 4 big ones first. And I just try and keep them all in a neat little pile so I don't have to scour the floor with a magnet. Now, replacing the screen on this model is very easy. It's a very simple procedure. Something the average user should easily be able to do in their home. Now, the only part of it that's annoying is the cable. So I'm going to use this little flathead just to lift the, oops. Now, there we go, the bottom popped out. So the frame of the screen, this one's so smashed it's really stuck. The frame of the screen is metal, but Apple in their wisdom only gave about 1 centimeter of extra cable, so that's about as far as this will pull out. Now right here is the connector. Now they've covered it with a couple pieces of tape to keep the buckle from coming off. So I use the little flathead and simply pull off the little piece of tape, put it somewhere you won't lose it. Now there's another one, same deal, and then there's a small little clasp. Now this is where you can really screw things up, so it's important that you do not wreck this clasp. So be gentle when you unclip it. There, that's it. Boom. One completely destroyed screen removed. So here I have our replacement screen, brand new. This one comes with a little sheet to protect it, which is clever and important. Now, when you remove this protective screen, do so from the back. Don't scratch at the front, obviously. And there's our screen, brand new, not in multi-pieces like the last one. Okay, so again, this is the most annoying part. This little tiny connector here does not have enough slack to come out any reasonable distance. So I like to kind of use the buckle to pin it in place, and then I just put the screen down into it like that, and use my little tiny screwdriver. And we'll just get that buckled in. And that's it. That's buckled. Clasp is on. Now I will put these little pieces of tape back on because they will stop the buckle from undoing in any bumpy situations, which is nice. Easy peasy. Grab another piece. That on. Not so easy. And just slide the bottom in first. I have extremely large hands, so this is sometimes awkward for me. Go. And there we go. Screen is in place. Back to our Phillips. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 small ones. Okay. And my bezel. There's my bezel. Again, it's easiest to put it in the bottom first because of the odd shape of it. Ground, you'll feel those little pins. So that. Okay, so now it's actually plugged in, so we can try and turn it on. And presumably it'll turn on, and it does. Quick and simple installation that anybody can do. Thanks for watching.